Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Cam Newton started a firestorm when he didn't have Jalen Hurts in his top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. But if we're talking about what they bring to the table, it's hard to judge what Jalen do when you're throwing to a guy like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You have a tight end skill set. You have a dominant defense and the best running back in the game. Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Eagles to win. He has to play good, but he doesn't have to play elite. We're just asking you not to win the game. We're just asking you not to lose it. Okay. T.O., this is what T.O. had to say.
Yeah.
You would be judging him as if all that wasn't playing well. This is a Skip Bayless type of a statement with dreads. Don't be mad at Jalen because he's making great decisions. Maybe had you made the decision to jump on that ball, just maybe, y'all would say anything to go viral. This isn't it, Cam.
That's touchy. It's touchy. But listen, as a quarterback, you have to respect what Cam is saying. As a receiver, I understand Jalen's side. I understand what Nick Sirianni asked from Jalen Hurts. I understand that they are a team where it's not aesthetically pleasing from an offensive standpoint of throwing the ball 2 million times a game. I get that. Why do you think A.J. Brown was upset some games? Why do you think A.J. Brown takes that book and reads the book on the sideline some days in some games? Some games he goes off. Some games Devontae Smith goes off. Saquon Barkley does what he needs to do. Jalen Hurts does exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles ask of him when it comes to running that offense. And he does it to perfection, which is why they have them fucking big-ass goddamn rings. That's it. It's simple. The game of football is not complicated. Understand your personnel. Understand your personnel strengths and your personnel's weaknesses. Use it to your advantage and play simple football. It's not complicated. It's not hard. And they do exactly what they're supposed to do, play within the confines of what we do well. It ain't throwing the ball 100 times a game. It's throwing it when you have to. It's running it when you need to. Simple.
It really is. I look at it like, what is required of me to win? Now, I'm not finna punish this guy.
Right.
Because he's throwing to great receivers. Because Troy threw to a great receiver. Terry Bradshaw threw to great receivers. Joe Montana threw to great receivers. There are a lot of great quarterbacks that's in the Hall of Fame that threw to great receivers. Right. So I'm not finna hold that against him. Troy Aikman's in the Hall of Fame, and he just got the all-time leading rusher in his backfield. So do we hold that against him? Did we hold that mammoth offensive line? Many believe he had the greatest offensive line in history. We don't hold that against him.
Right.
At the end of the day, you do what is asked, what is required of you in order to win the game.
That's it. And he does it.
I'm sure Jalen Hurts in college prepared him for the NFL. Because playing for Nick Saban, you're going to play to win the game. Now, it might require you to throw it 35 times.
Yes, sir.
More times than not, you're going to run it 40 times, and you're going to play outstanding defense. So he was prepared for this. I watched him in Oklahoma, and I watched him throw the ball. Yeah. He can.
Yeah.
But that's not what was required. And I don't know if you ask him to throw the ball. I'm not saying that he couldn't.
Yeah, he can.
I don't know if that's conducive for them to win. Why would I go get Saquon Barkley to all of a sudden now unleash Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 35, 40 times a game like he's, they run it and run and shoot? That makes no sense.
It's not what they do. That's not even that's not even the scheme of their offense. That's not what it is.
Right.
That's not even what they do. It's balance. Hell, the offense.
So the question I have
is damn near like it was in the 2000s.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Outside of everybody else throwing it. Man, listen. What works for you? Stay within the realm of what works for you, not trying to please everyone else.
I'm trying to win. Damn, because there are a lot of people that, babe, look at our offense. And what that offense get you?
Home in January.
Thank you. Now Jalen Hurts has been playing. They went to the Super Bowl. They lost. Mm-hmm. They got kicked and bounced out early the next year. The next year they go back and win. Mm-hmm. So it seems like this formula that Eagles have is working quite well.
It's funny. He's been listen, not top 5, but he went to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, losing one and winning the next one. And there's a good chance where they've gotten better, added some additions with the draft and the offseason, and there's a chance they could go back again. There's a chance they could go back again, barring injury.
I think the thing is, and I don't want to speak for Cam, but I think Cam is looking at it like, so what would Patrick Mahomes do in that offense? What would Joe Burrow do in that offense? What would Lamar Jackson do in that offense? He's looking at other guys and implementing them and says, well, if I took Jalen Hurts and I put him in Kansas City, you think they go into all them Super Bowls and doing all that?
Well, yeah, another thing for Cam, if you're hypothetically putting different players, putting Joe Burrow on the Eagles, or you putting Patrick Mahomes on the Eagles, then the offense itself changes drastically to fit what those players and those quarterbacks do well.
Right.
It'd be completely different.
I'm sure Joe Burrow would like to have that offensive line. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes would like to have that offensive line.
Listen.
Hey, because if they had those offensive line, they'd be billionaire players because they would literally play in 20 plus years. And you see what the quarterbacks are making now? They would literally lead the NFL having earned $1 billion in earnings. Look, Jalen Hurts is what he is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think I would. He's 5. You say he's top 5, he's 5.
5. Yeah.
Because I'm not. I wouldn't take it. There are certain guys I wouldn't take him over.
Right.
But I'm not getting him out of the top 5. Yeah. I mean the top 10.
Absolutely. I like it. But again, Cam.
His preference, Ocho, is what you like.
Yeah. Cam. You
like cyber trucks. I like Range Rovers. Somebody else like an old school.
Right.
Somebody likes a Mercedes. Somebody likes BMW. Somebody likes Rolls. Yeah. Somebody like, the Bentleys. It's preference. Yeah. And maybe Jalen Hurts isn't as aesthetically pleasing to the eye because he's not going to throw for 400 yards. He's not going to have games, like that. He's just going to win. He'll throw for 200. He'll do what is required in order to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And early in the year, I just knew that he was going to have to do more. And when they needed him to do more come playoff time in the Super Bowl, he did that. Because
just that.
Kansas City shut down Saquon. He had to do it with his legs and he had to throw the ball, and he did that.
Arm. Yeah. That goes to say, and obviously what Cam said is I listened to him. I listened to what Cam says because he's a quarterback. He played the game. Now, I don't have to agree with what you're saying, which in this case, I don't. I'm not sure how you come up with the conclusion on why you feel Jalen Hurts is not in your top 5, but I gave you my reason why I think he is. And a lot of people aren't going to agree with Cam for whatever reason, but I don't either. But again, he played the position. He might view it from a different lens than everybody else. What lens that is, I'm not sure, but Jalen Hurts is definitely top 5, and he's at 5.
But look at the receivers that Peyton had. Nobody held that against him. He had Reggie, Marvin, Brandon Stokely. He had
Dallas Clark.
Gonzalez. He had Dallas Clark. He had Marshall Faulk. He had Edgerrin James. Nobody held that against him.
Yeah.
Look at what Kurt Warner had. He had Azakir Akeem. He had Torrey Holt. He had Isaac Bruce. He had Marshall Faulk.
Ricky Pro, Akeem.
Ricky Pro. I don't know if he had. I think didn't they draft Steven Jackson? I think he had Steven. Maybe he wasn't there with Steven Jackson.
Oh man!
First of all, everybody, in order for you to win, you got to have great players. You got to have talented players.
Ocho. Absolutely.
It's a different time now, Ocho. It's just really that simple. It is. Yeah. You see the money these guys are making, and look, Cam. This is what Cam is saying. I'd have won Super Bowls if I'd have been in a system like that. But they asked me and they required me to do much more. That's what, basically in a nutshell, that's what he's saying. I didn't have those receivers, and I didn't have a running game like that.
Right.
And my offensive line damn sure wasn't that good. We had a good defense, but it wasn't that.
Right.
I was required to do what they asked Mahomes, what they asked Burrow, what they asked some of these other quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They don't ask Jalen to do that. I don't know what you want me to.
Right. All right. That's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. But
I hate doing it, but I think
two different situations.
I'm sitting back, Ocho. Watch Cam's career.
Right.
From start to finish. I think that's what he's saying. Me, look at what I was asked to do.
Right.
Look at what he's asked to do. Mm-hmm. Look at the players that he had surrounding him. Look at what I had surrounding me.
Right.
We can do this basically with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. You definitely can.